Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Jazakumullahu khairan for everybody attending. So we're going to get straight into the lesson. Well, yeah, we start off by going over the homework from week 4. So the homework was, in Arabic, write, they are believers, them two are liars, you all are oppressors, we are believers, and we are believers feminine. So the first one, hum, means they all, mu'minun, they all are believers, right? Hum is the main thing, you remember? Hum means they all, and then mu'minun is believers. B, them too, so it'd be huma. Remember that the third person all start off with ha. The plurals all start off with ha. Sorry, the pronouns all start off with ha. Somebody's asked a question, I'll get back to you in a bit, inshallah. So huma, them two, kadhibani. You're gonna use the ani because it's dual. Yes, you may have done aini, you might have done mansub majroor, and for the time being, no problem. I'll explain to you after this what's going on. C, you all, antum, you all, antum zalimuna. This will become plural. This is plural here, antum, you all, zalimuna, you all are oppressors. You'll notice that these are all marfu. I'll come on to that inshallah. So next one, we are believers. Nahnu. Nahnu means we. For male and female, it's going to be nahnu. And then believers, masculine is mu'minuna. Nahnu mu'minuna. We are believers. And the last one, E, nahnu. Okay, I've written that wrong. Mu'minatun, it should be, yeah? I've written that wrong. It should be, I've written mu'minunatun. It's not mu'minatun, mu'minatun. So nahnu mu'minatun. If you can't hear the sound, just try click on the audio button. I think it is. Maybe you got it turned off. Right. Okay. So all this was doing is getting the relevant pronoun and then putting, the actual word for believers, etc. Right. And somebody asked a question: can they end in ina? Can this one be aini? Can this one be zalimina? Right. And if you've written zalimina there, no problem, still give yourself the mark because I didn't go over it in much detail. The reason why I didn't go over it in much detail is because it's already written in the Quran. As long as we understand zalimuna and zalimina means oppressors, then job done. But I'm going to just explain to you very quickly why these are all marfu. Look, una is marfu, ani is dual marfu, una is marfu again, una is marfu here, and atun is marfu feminine. Okay, mu'minatun, it should have said. I need to correct that. Mu'minatun. So does anybody know why these are all marfu? Why I've written them all marfu? I don't expect the non-Arabs to know, but you might know. You might have gathered. Anybody? Right. Okay. So these, remember when I said that all nouns are always default marfu, and the only way they're going to change is if a certain word, a certain combinations of words, etc., comes before it in a sentence, then it will cause the noun to become, it may cause it to become majroor or mansub. But if the noun is the first word of the sentence, then nothing is coming before it because it's a new sentence. So it's going to start off with, it's going to be marfu, right? Now here, The reason why it's marfu is because a separate pronoun, whichever one it is, doesn't have the power, is not one of those words that is going to cause the case of the noun to change. It doesn't have the power to change the case of the noun, so the noun remains default marfu, right? So these separate pronouns, again, they don't have the ability, the power to change the case of the noun. So the noun is going to still stay marfu, right? So a pronoun, a separate pronoun, is not one of those words that's going to cause the noun to change its case. So the noun will resume, it'll continue with its default way, which is marfu. Did you understand that? Are people happy with that? Separate pronouns don't have any effect on the case of the noun that comes after it, right? You don't worry about that if you don't understand it, right? But if somebody tell me they understood it. So a noun, I'll say it again, inshallah, a noun will always be default unless certain words come in front of it that will cause the case of the noun to change. These separate pronouns aren't from those words. So these separate pronouns don't have any effect on changing the case of a noun. Now, if you understood that, fine. If not, don't worry, because it's already written in the Quran. Okay. Don't worry if it went over your head. Right. Question 2 was learn the separate pronouns table. So somebody's asking, why are they called separate pronouns? Why do we not just call them pronouns? Because you'll find out today. Yeah. Right. The default is always marfu. Yeah. So I'm going to show you today why you're going to learn today why we call these separate pronouns, inshallah. Okay, so we had to learn this, very important. And I said that if you learn these well, it's going to help you in today's lesson, inshallah. Right? And if you haven't learned this, then, go back and make sure you learn it, because we keep on moving forward. And if you miss one, then you missed it, and then you struggle, and then it gets harder. Right? So try to keep on top of these, yeah? Right. Translate the following. So this was a test. So again, the test is just helping you in the process of learning. If you got anything wrong in the test, then make sure you go over it and then do the test again if you want and get the top marks. So huwa, he, it. Hum, they, all, masculine terminology. Third person you can tell because it starts off with ha. Ana is masculine and feminine. And last week I said that in the Quran it's mentioned inni and Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I mentioned it said inni and Allah, but it's actually innani and Allah. So I just want to make that correction from last week. Antum, you all. Again, this is just learning now. Anta is you, masculine. Hiya is she, or it if you're talking about an inanimate thing. Nahnu is we, for both masculine and feminine. Hunna, look, the little W for women has come, yeah? The little W for women. So that hunna is feminine only, and it's ha, so it's third person. So they all, them all, women only. Anti is you, but feminine. Anta is you, masculine. Anti is you, feminine. Huma means them two. Them two. Antuma, you two. Masculine and feminine. It's the same word. Then antunna again. The W of the women has come. The noon of the women. Yeah, the one with the W on. Antunna means you all, feminine. So it was just a matter of learning those words. These are the separate pronouns, meaning they occur by themselves. They're words in themselves. They occur by themselves, right? Translate the following. Humul mu'minuna. So hum. This is hum. But because you have a sukoon here, a jazm, and you have another sukoon here, in Arabic, you don't have two sukoons coming together. Something has to change in order to make it work. So over here, a dhamma comes on the meme. So that is hum. That is hum there. But because there's a lam with a sukoon on it, it becomes humul. So you can join it easy. Easy to, you can say it. Humul mu'minuna. Is the sukoon and the small circle the same? The small circle means something else. The small circle means don't pronounce this letter. But the sukoon is this one here. So with the sukoon, you do pronounce the letter, but with the circle on top, like ana, you don't pronounce that letter. The alif on ana, you don't pronounce it. Okay, so humul mu'minuna, they are the believers. Wa ulaika, wow means and, ulaika means those. Wa ulaika, and those, hum again, they all, al-muflihun. So humul muflihun, they are all the successful ones. They are all the successful ones. Are we happy with that? Good. Right. Vocabulary. So you guys all had a break last week because you'd done the same vocabulary the week before. So we're just going to, and people have done the optional vocabulary test as well. So I'm just going to go through these, might as well. Ajrun. What is ajrun? Ajrun. Good. Good. So reward. Ujurun is rewards. 108. Alimun. Alimun. What is alimun? Painful, torturous, like. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the painful punishment. Qalbun, heart and hearts. Excellent. 129. Baina. What's baina? Good. Between. Jaza'un. What is jaza'un? Reward. Hisabun. Account. Recompense. Dunya. Dunya. We all use dunya. The world. Good. Next one. Su'un. Su'un. Good. So su'un is evil. Rizqun. Rizqun. Allah is ar-Razaq. Sustenance. And it's everything you have is your rizq. Shadid. Shadid. It sounds like that as well. Shadid. Shadda. What do you do on the shadda? You do it twice, you do it stronger. Right? Shadid, strong, severe. Nadhir. Nadhirun. Good. Warner. And mubinun. Is the next one? Yes. Mubinun. Clear. Right? Clear. So somebody just asked a question. Just going to just reverse back quickly. Somebody asked a question. Why are these marfu? Look, mu'minuna is marfu. and muflihuna is marfu. Anybody answer why are these marfu? Just want to see if anybody. Yes, una, that's una, but why is it una? Why is it not ina? Why is it not mansub, or why is it not majroor? So, okay. Yes, default. Why is it default? Why is it? So it is the default. Why is it default? Because none of these words are case changes. This word here doesn't change the case, doesn't affect the noun. This word here doesn't affect the noun. These aren't from those words that change the case of the word. That's why if they're not, then you're going to assume the default position, which is marfu. Yeah, pronouns, that's right. That's good. Fantastic. Pronouns don't have the power to change the word after them. Are you a non-Arab? Please just say yes. Yes, excellent. Right? Yeah, so then good. Right? So pronouns don't have the power to change the case of the noun. Right? So the noun will just stay marfu. You don't, if it goes over your head, don't worry, because it doesn't affect the meaning. This is not the the sort of sentence that affects the meaning. So if you don't know, it doesn't matter. As long as you know muflihuna means plural, that's fine. Yeah, all pronouns, all separate pronouns don't have the power to change the case of the noun that comes after it. So if you see a pronoun, the noun after it is going to be marfu. Unless maybe something else is going on in the sentence earlier on, right? Maybe there might be another word somewhere in the sentence that's causing it to change. But if you just see this by itself like this, hum and mu'minuna, is going to be marfu, because the separate pronouns don't have the power to change the case of the noun. Right? And if you didn't understand that, no problem. Don't worry. Right. So we start lesson 5. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That's all you've got to learn this week. Another table. But this table is attached pronouns. So these pronouns here, they are still pronouns. Okay, look at them. It's the same as the previous table. The only difference is these attach to the end of the word. They attach onto the word at the end. Right? We'll go over it, inshallah. We'll do examples as well, inshallah. Right? But these are not, they're very similar. Hum and hunna, they came in the previous one, right? Hum and hunna. What's happening here is I'll explain, inshallah. Right? If I want to say kitabun, kitabun means a book. How am I going to say his book? It's going to be kitabuhu. Their two's book, kitabuhuma. Their all's book, kitabuhum. Right? So these, we will do examples, inshallah. So these attach to the end of the noun. They are suffixes. Yeah, suffix is like a combination of letters that attach to the end of the noun. Yes, that's just right. Yeah. Right. So for example, we will do it with the example kitabun. Okay. So when you stick a hu at the end, sometimes it will be a he, right? Who or he. It's going to be his. It means his. So huwa meant, huwa we did last week was he is. Yeah, he is believer. They all are believers. But this one now is talking about an actual, for example, an item like kitabuhu, his book, right? Kitabuhu, his book. Kitabuhuma, that whose book. Kitabuhum, their all's book. Yeah, that's right. So how am I going to say her book? Kitabu. Carry on, more. Yes, kitabuha. We'll see examples. We'll do examples, inshallah. Kitabuha means her book, right? Now let me just show you something. When we say Abu Bakr, what do we say? Radiyallahu an. What do we say? An who? It's this who here. Radiyallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him. We say Aisha radiyallahu an. Aisha radiyallahu an. Ha. It's this ha here. It means may Allah be pleased with her. Yeah, our mother, Aisha radiyallahu anha. So can you see how this, and by the way, this is the most important table, in my opinion, in Arabic. If you do not know this, you're not going to understand from the Quran. You're not going to understand from the Quran. This comes everywhere when we have separate pronouns, right? Okay, maybe that might become a bit clearer. Yeah. So this comes, I'm telling you, it comes everywhere, as I show you, inshallah. Right. So kitabuhu, his book. Kitabuha, her book. Right. Okay. Their two's book. For the women, it's the same. Kitabuhuma. Or it's going to be hima. Sometimes it's going to be hima, depending on the letter that comes before it. And sometimes it's going to be huma. Right. If the letter that comes, oh, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Just stick with this. I won't tell you. Right. How am I going to say their all's book for the women? Their all's book. Kitabu hunna. Kitabu hunna. Now, if I was going to say kitabi, because it's majroor, it'd be kitabi hinna. In that case, it would be hinna. Kitabi hinna, because the letter that comes before it, if it's a kasra, has a kasra, then it becomes hinna here, okay? Him. If you don't understand, don't worry, but that's the reason. It's already written in the Quran. As long as you understand, hunna and hinna mean the same thing, right? So they're all's book. Let's come to ka. Look, again, all third person attached pronouns begin with ha. Look how many times this ending comes in the Quran. This is just very roughly 3,000, 3,500, 200, the hunna ending, right? It's a big numbers, right? So let's just continue. So the third person attached pronouns all begin with ha, like last week. Now the second person attached pronouns all begin with ka, ki, kuma, kum, right? Maybe some people have learnt the song that they've been listening to on the internet, right? That was for separate pronouns. This one, similar, but for the second person, it's not anta, antuma, antum, it's ka, kuma, kum, right? The ka features in the second person. So how am I going to say your book? Kitabu. I don't think we've got a song for this one. Kitabuka. How am I going to say to a sister, your book? Kitabu ki. And this is the structure. This is the template that you can put on other words, and you're going to be able to translate that word. How do I say your Lord? Rabbu. Rabbu ka means your Lord. Rabbuki. What does Rabbuki mean? Your Lord. When you're talking to somebody who is a woman, how do I say his Lord? His Lord. Rabbu. Rabbuhu. Yeah, or Rabbi, he, depending on what letter comes before the ha. If it's a kasra, it's going to be Rabbihi. If it's a dhamma or a fatha, Rabbuhu, Rabbahu, Rabbihi. Will I be making a song for this? No, I don't think so. Right? Her Lord. What's her Lord? Rabbuha. And that's it. These endings you've got to learn like the back of your hand, because it comes everywhere. And if you do not know this table, you're not going to understand. You're not going to understand the Quran, because it comes everywhere. Right? So that's why I call this the most important table in this course. If you miss this table, you're not going to be able to string together sentences. You're not going to know what's going on, right? Your two's Lord, both the same masculine and feminine. Your two's Lord. Rabbu, Rabbu, not Huma. Huma is their two's Lord. Rabbukuma, exactly. Rabbukuma, your two's Lord. So I'm saying your two's Lord so you can understand what's going on. Otherwise, it's really just going to be your Lord. You're talking to two people. But I'm saying your two's Lord for the purpose of teaching. Yes, all attached pronouns attached to the end of the noun, as we will see some examples, inshallah, later on. And remember, look at the masculine ones. The masculine ones, singular and plurals come most. But look, even hunna, 200 times. Right, and that's just a rough. It's like these numbers are below the real value, right? I don't think so. Mudaf ilayh, I don't think so. Right. So look at this one now. How am I going to say your all's Lord? Rabbu, Rabbu, kum. So that's what this template you've got to learn. You can put kum on kitabukum, baytukum, masjidukum. You can put it everywhere, right? Kunna is your Lord when I'm talking to only women. Rabbuku, Rabbu, when it's only your women, you know, your Lord, when I'm talking to women. Rabbukunna, Rabbukunna. The feminines don't come so much. Masculine, singular and plural come everywhere. If you're struggling with the table, delete the duals. Look, they do come, look, 160, but compared to the others, right, if you can't do it, delete the, just ignore the dual column, the total dual column. Just do the singulars and the plurals if you're struggling. Rabbukunna, okay? Now look at this, my. For me, right, what is it? The formula is a ya at the end. So Rabbi. Rabbi means my Lord. Kitabi, my book. Baiti, my house. Masjidi, my masjid. Qalami, my pen. Imami, my imam. Akhi, yes. Akhi, my brother. Ukhti, my sister. These are the formulas. These are the tables. This is the structure. This is the surf template. Once you know ya means my, you can say Shamsi, my sun. Qamari, my moon. Computeri, my computer. Lamborghini, my Lamborghini. It's my favorite car, by the way. Right? Shamsi, exactly. Right? Let's look at the last one. Na. Na means what? Na means our. So kitabuna, what is kitabuna? Our book. So what is our Lord? Rabbuna. Yeah? Rabbuna, Rabbana, Rabbina. Marfu will be Rabbuna, Mansub will be Rabbana, and Majroor will be Rabbina. Right? So Rabbuna is fine. Rabbana. The reason why in the Quran it's Rabbana is some grammar going on. Some word has come before it that has caused Rabbu to become Rabba. Some mansubifying, something is happening before. It's Rabbana doesn't, the ayah doesn't start at Rabbana. The ayah starts before. The ayah starts with some other words, and Rabbana comes after those words, right? That's why it's Rabbana. If you start off by itself, from the start, it's going to be Rabbuna. Rabbuna Allah, our Lord is Allah, right? Yeah, Rabbana atina fid dunya, because Rabbana, some words are coming before it, something's coming before it that's causing the marfu'ness to change to mansub, right? So you can put any noun there, right? Bait means, what's bait mean? Bait means house. So how are you going to say his house? Yeah, baytuhu, right? How are you going to say his Lamborghini? Exactly. Lamborghini who, right? Right. How are you going to say their masjid? Masjidu. Masjidu hum. Right, exactly. So how are you going to say their all's Lord? Rabbu, Rabbu, Rabbuhum. Right? If it was going to be Rabbi, then it'd be Rabbihim. If the letter before has a kasra, then there's going to be they're going to use the ha with the kasra here. Or if the letter before is a ya with the sukoon, then it's going to be he there as well. If you don't understand that, don't worry. As long as you know whom or him means them, that's fine. Job done. Right? So are we happy? Are we happy with that in terms of we've not done any examples yet? We just looked at the table. Third persons all start with ha again. Second person this time all start with ka. Rabbuka, Rabbukuma, Rabbukum, Rabbuki, Rabbukuma, Rabbukunna. And then the last one. Sometimes it's going to be ye, sometimes it's going to be ya, sometimes it's going to be ni, right? Depending on what the word is. Would you just assume that it's masculine unless it's explicitly mentioning men? So if you see Rabbuhum, just assume it's talking about men and women. They're all's Lord. And the way you can tell it's only talking about men is if afterwards the women are mentioned specifically, like we did in lesson 3, right? In that case, you can tell it's just talking about men. But if you see Rabbuhum generally, then it's talking about men and women, because the masculine terminology is used for the mixed group as well. Yes? Right. So that's all you've got to learn for this week, meaning that's the table you have to learn. Very similar to last week, but we're going to see some examples, inshallah. Let's see what else we've got here. Slides. Right, I just put it in black for the people who the colors get into their head. I'll just put it in black as well, right? So you can use whichever one, use whichever one appeals to you, whichever one you like, right? These two I just mentioned here, these two are the same. For masculine and feminine, they're both the same, right? So you really, really, really have to learn these. Hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, I, na, na. I've got a recording of that, no tune, just a straightforward recording. Yeah, the black ones aren't in the booklet. I just put it in now. No music. No, the song one doesn't have any music either. It's just the guy humming it. So how do you know when to use attached pronouns, when to use separate pronouns? You don't really need to know, because it's already written in the Quran. As long as you know the meaning when an attached pronoun comes on. The separate pronoun is they all are believers, right? But this one is possession. Their book, their house, your Lord. Can you see? It's like it's a possession thing there. It's yours. We're talking about your thing or their thing. So they have a different meaning when they're attached and detached, right? Maybe in some verses we'll see, inshallah, the difference. And look, 3,000, right? It's like, is that like 1,000 times per juz? Sorry, yeah, I think it is, isn't it? 1,000 times per juz. So everywhere they're coming. So the black one isn't in, so I just leave the black one here for a bit longer, so you can sort of just take a screenshot or something. Right, 25 minutes have gone, so we've got time for some examples, right? We've got to do a bit more extra things towards the end, inshallah, but let's just, for the time being, let's do this. So please, if you can open your books on page 47, and look at the tables. Look at the tables you got on page 46 or 47, whichever one you like to look at, because now you're going to look at the words, you're going to look at the endings, you're going to look at the tables and tell me what the word means, okay? where can I find the song you mentioned? So it's in the Telegram group. If you just put a comment in the comment somewhere, and then inshallah somebody can link you to it. Right? So we're on page 47 or 46 where we can see this table. Okay, have this table in front of you, and I'm going to give you words. You look at the meaning of the word, look at the ending, compare the ending to this table, see where it is, and then you translate the word yourself. Right? Right, so kitabun means a book. Okay, so kitabuhu, right? This isn't in your booklet either. Just last night, I just made a red ending on there so you can see the actual template. Okay, so good, it's going, right? His book, remember, kitabuhu, his book, masjiduhu, his masjid, baytuhu, his house, Lamborghiniuhu, his Lamborghini, right? His, so who, radiyallahu anhu, right? His book. Are we happy with that one? All you do is look at the who ending. Where is it coming in the table? Oh, yes, it's there. His. So book is kitab and who is his. So kitabuhu, his book. Right? Next one. And we learn through examples, we learn through examples. I don't expect you to learn this table now to know it. So look at your table, and this is just practice to get you comfortable with the table, to get you understanding what's going on. Then if you hear in the Quran something and it's got a who at the end, if you know the meaning of the word, you know what the whole word means. So it's like two words. It's kitabu and who is two things going on. And in Arabic, you get this. Sometimes you even get more attachments coming. Right, next one. So keep looking at your table. I'll put it back in black again. Right, next one, kitabuha. So kitabuhu was his book. What is kitabuha? Kitabuha, radiyallahu anha. Yeah? Her book. Good. Them book? No, it's not their book. It's her, singular. Yeah? Kitabukum. Kitabukum. What is kitabukum? So kitab is book. Kum. Look at your booklets for kum. Kum is the kaf. So it's not third person. The kaf has come, so it's second person. Your book, but to be more specific, your all's book. Yeah, your book, plural. Your book, right? Kitabukum, your book, plural. So I could say to you, open your kitabukum, open your books. Open your book, meaning your all's book, right? Yeah, your all's book. Ala. So what does ala mean? Have we done ala in our vocabulary? Yes. On. On. I'm going to show you words that come in the Quran with this template. All you need to know is the word ala and that table, and you should be able to, inshallah, translate the following. Look, 722 times ala, right? 722 everywhere. Alaihi, and how many times have we seen alaihi? So alaihi, what is going on? It's ala, on, and he, right? So good. Either on him or on it, depending on what is being talked about. Yeah? On it or on him, depending on what's being talked about. So ala means on, and he means him. So alaihi, very good. Very good, brother. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Alayhi. Right? This is it now. It's coming everywhere. It's coming everywhere. Yeah? So the ya is from ala. If you look at this ala, the ya is there. Can you see the ya? Ala. But when it comes and joins onto a attached pronoun, the ya comes out with the two dots. Alayhi. Right? Next one. So 148 everywhere. Alayhim, and how many times have we seen alayhim in the Quran? Alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim. Everywhere, everywhere. What's him? On them. Ala means on, him means them. So, alayhim, on them. 216, right? Their book, their Oz book, kitabihim. Alayhim, remember, look, the ha has got kasra on zayd. Why? Because the letter before it is a ya with a sukoon. So it wouldn't be alayhum. It wouldn't be alayhum. Alayhum is hard to say. And many times in tajweed, a lot of tajweed, it's just about what is easier on the tongue. You wouldn't say alayhum. That's hard. Alay, you're going alay and then hum. No, you're down with this one, you continue down. Alayhim, you continue with staying down, right? So the name of the book is just my booklet. It's just a booklet. It's on the group, it's available on the group. If you just type in there, ask somebody on the group, and they'll inshallah point you to the right place. So alayhim, on them, right? Alaykum, and how many times have you seen alaykum in the Quran? Ala means on, and kum means you all. Alaykum means, so alaykum means yes, on you all. So when we say assalamu alaykum, we are really saying salam be on you all. And the people of knowledge, they say you're also salaming the angels. Hence you say alaykum. Right? Assalamu alaykum, exactly. Alaykum really means on you all. So salam, assalamu alaykum means salam on you all. That's what it really means. Yeah, so okay, good point. Somebody said, look, there's a ya sukoon there, but the kaf has got a dhamma, not a kasra. So that was only for third person, for the ha. Alayhim. For kaf, it's kum. There's not kim. Yeah? So the kaf has a dhamma. It's only the ha that changes to he or who for third person. So alaykum, how many times are we talking? 166. So more than that. Which screen are you talking about? Are you talking about the screen with the whole table on? Yes, okay. I'm just going to go back because somebody's just asking to go back, and I wanted to show you something else while we do go back. This one, yeah, okay. So you can take a screenshot of that. I just want to show you this as well. Look, what do we say when we say, may Allah reward you? What do we say? Jaza. What do we say? Jaza. Kallah khair. What we're saying, we're saying jazaka, reward you, Allah, may Allah reward you, khair, with good. Jazakallah. Now to a sister, it's going to be jazakillah khair. Really, it's going to be jazakillah khair. You're saying to a sister, jazaki, reward you, Allah, with good. So to him, you're going to say jazahullah khair. May Allah reward him. For a sister, jazahallah khair, may Allah reward her. When we're talking about all of you, jazakumullahu khairan. Remember, we hear that, don't we? Jazakumullahu khairan. It's jazakum Allahu khairan, right? Okay, yeah. So if you say to a sister, jazakallah khair, I say it myself, right? It's basically just what you're doing there, you're just stopping jazak and then Allah khair. So you just put jazak, so it's sort of both of them. Right, but really, if you want to do it with the grammar properly, it's jazakillah khair for a sister, right? So you could just stop there and say jazak. Maybe you can just stop there and say jazakallah khair, right? But really, jazakallah khair with the ka, It's properly only for a brother. And jazakillah khair is properly for a sister, properly with grammar. And jazahullah khair, may Allah reward him. And jazahullah khair, may Allah reward her. Jazahumullahu khairan, may Allah reward them, plural. Jazakumullahu khairan, may Allah reward you, all plural. Yep, khair, is there a difference between khair and khairan? Yes, there's a difference. One you're saying the grammar, one you're not saying the grammar. You're just putting a sukoon at the end. When you put a sukoon at the end, it just khair. But really it's khairan. Why is it mansoob? Don't worry about it. We're not going to go there. Right? Jazakallahu khairan. Yeah, jazakallahu khairan is proper. The hu, right? That is proper. Allah needs to be marfu in that one. Right? Yeah, it's amazing because you're just learning this. Things are coming together like a jigsaw. Now you say, oh, now we know why we say Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, because here, him, and that him goes everywhere, yeah? Right, I'm just going to fast forward now back to where we were. Alaykum, we were on, I think. Alaykum, ya assalamu alaykum. Now you know what alaykum means. If you want to say it to a brother, you say assalamu alayka. If you want to say it just singular, just to a brother. And to a sister, you say assalamu alayki. My son's saying for females it's light and for males it's heavy. I can understand what he's doing there. Who and ha, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Okay, so we carry on. 166 times. Okay, alaihi, I spelled it. Alayka. So what does alayka mean? Ala means on, and ka is you. Yeah, not him. Alaihi is him. Alayka. When it starts with a ka, it's talking second person, right? Masculine. Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu. Peace be on you, O Prophet. Yeah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alayka. Yeah, we say it in salah, okay? On you. Excellent. Yeah, in the salah. Right, 57. Alayki. Alayki. Remember the fatha? Anta, anti. Well, here it's ka and ki. So ki is for when you're saying it to a feminine. Alayki, on you. So again, it's just looking at that table. I hope you're still looking at that table, 47, page 47. And you need to learn that table. All those are going to be in the test, inshallah. And I think a few parts of verses as well. Inshallah. Right? I'm not sure about alayki, how many times that comes in, because yeah, it's difficult to search it. I can do it now, inshallah. Might update the slide. Inshallah. So I was putting not sure there. Alina. Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi as-salihin. Alayna, on. And the na is, in the last week's it was nahnu. Over here it's na. Na. So this is not dual. It's not dual. It's us. Yeah, okay, you could use it for dual as well. Alayna, it could be for two, or it could be for plural. Alayna. Assalamu alayna. We are sending peace on ourselves. Assalamu, salam, alayna, on us. Okay. How many times we've got there? 56. So all these numbers, they all add up. That's how you get your 50% words in the Quran from. All these numbers, all these words adding up. If you learn them all, right? My sister's name is Alina. Or is it Alina? Alayki mean. What does alayki mean? Alayki means on you, sister. Alina. Alina. Okay, we'll have to maybe look at the spelling of that, how it is. Is it with the ain or is it with the alif? Right, okay, next one. Right, min. What does min mean? We all know what min means. From. We've done it. Have we done min? Yes. We've done min. Min. Learn these. I've put these for a reason. I put these words for a reason because they come a lot in the Quran. Right, so min means from. Okay, okay, so 3,105, including man. right? So min and man, 3,105 roughly. From. So minhu, and how many times have we seen minhu in the Quran? Minhu. Minhu means, yes, from him or from it, masculine, right? From it or from him, minhu. 89. Next one. Minha, again, the who and the ha, learn them. Minha, good. Look at your table. Radiyallahu anha, jazahallahu khairan. Kitabuha, yeah. From it, feminine, or from her, depending on what is being talked about. 95, look, here we go. Interesting. So minhu, masculine, 89. And minha, 95. So here we go. There's an example of feminine being more than masculine, right? Minha. According to my sort of manual search and investigation, right? Minhum. Minhum, from them. Exactly. The ha signifies third person. Minhum, from them. And these come everywhere. These, attached pronouns. Can you see how they're attaching to the end of the word? It was going to be it was min, and then hum joins to the end, so it's from them. 190. Minkum. Minkum. From you all. So kitabukum, your all's book. Masjidukum, your all's masjid. Shamsukum, your all's sun. Lamborghiniukum, your all's Lamborghini. And how many times does this come in? 116. Okay, so min and na. What's going on here? Two nas are coming. One is min and the other one is na. You can think of it like that, maybe. Minna, min. Okay, from our. Anybody a bit more accurate than that? From us. Exactly, right? From us. From our wouldn't make sense in English, but from us. That's right. From us, 37. So all you're doing now is just looking at the table. If you know the meaning of the actual word itself, then the ending is from the table. You learn the table, you'll be able to translate the whole word, inshallah. From us, right? Okay, minni. So somebody's asking, is it feminine? Is this feminine? It's both. It can be used for both. Min, the na at the end, if you look at your table, it's first person, masculine or feminine, so it's for both. For feminine only, you can use it for masculine and feminine mixed as well. You're going to say the same thing, minna, from us. Yes? Okay, you've got the second one, right? Okay, minni, yes, you've already answered. So what's minni? It's min, from me. I didn't make this one red. Okay. Minni is from me. The min is from, and the ya, my. Minni, from me. Kitabi, my book. Masjidi, my masjid. Lamborghini, my Lamborghini, but I don't have one. Right? 11. Right. So I think we'll nobody's asked for a break today. Right. So I think we are 55 minutes in. We'll have a break and we'll come back in 10 minutes. So UK time is 8:35. Inshallah. Is that okay? 8:35 we come back? Okay, I'll just pause the recording. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Right, so we're back. Continuing the second half of the lesson. We've just gone over the example words, and I'll just tell you what I sort of did when I was putting these slides together, when I was putting the course together. These endings come everywhere. So what I did is I thought, I'm just going to open the Quran somewhere. I'm going to open the Quran anywhere. As far as I remember, I just opened it anywhere, looked at a verse, just to see how many times these endings come, right? And this is the verse that I opened it up on. This is the verse that I opened the Quran on. This is as far as I can remember, yeah? A long time ago it was. And all the words, it's not even the full verse. This is not even the full verse, right? And all the words that have this ending on are put in red. So this is a word. I just randomly opened the Quran, randomly chose a verse. This was the verse, and it's not even all of the verse. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in this part of the verse, these endings are coming. And if you don't know what these endings mean, you can't put the sentence together. So I just wanted to sort of emphasize. So I put the verse in to show people that, look, it comes everywhere. Learn that table. It comes everywhere. If you don't know that table, you're not going to be able to understand the Quran. Right? So this verse, does anybody know what's going on in this verse? Who is this verse about? Whose story is it? What's going on? Does anybody know this verse? Anybody? Whose story? Whose story is this? Okay, it's the story of the Prophet, not Musa alayhi salam. Ah, you got it. S, whoever that is. Yeah, it is the story of Prophet Dawud alayhi salam. What basically happened, yeah, it's the story of David and Goliath. It's that story, okay? Dawud alayhi salam. So basically what happened, they were all marching. They were basically going to fight Goliath's army. Jalut, basically. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, they were going to fight Jalut, Goliath. And they were marching away. They were so thirsty. Dawud alayhi salam. The king, Talut, he was there. He was a leader. Talut, I think he was a king. He was testing them. He wanted to test them, right? He doesn't want weak people. He wants strong people. So they were thirsty. Now they came across some water, and they were told, don't drink the water. If you want to come with me, don't drink the water, right? Except what comes in the, whatever you can carry in your hand. You can drink that, but no more, right? So it's about that. About 80,000, and about 76,000 drank the water. There's only about 4,000 left, right? I've actually done a talk on this story, and I can put the link in the description. It's on YouTube. And if you go to the playlist, there's a playlist for stories of the prophets, and it's in there, okay? So just look now. Faman. Whoever, right? Man, we've done man, yeah? Who? So who or whoever, so whoever, I'd say, shariba means to drink, right? We've not done that yet. Sharab, that's where we get sharab from, right? It's a drink, right? But shariba means to drink. So whoever drinks minhu. What's minhu mean? Minhu. Min means from, and who is it. Whoever drinks from it, falaysa, so not, yeah, minni, from me. So he is not min, from me. He is not minni, he is not from me. Waman, and whoever, lam, not, yat'amhu, yat'am, right, tastes from who, it, yat'amhu, tastes from it, fa'innahu, so indeed he, right, he, minni, from me. Illa man ikhtarafa ghurfatan biyadihi, except the one who takes from the hollow of his of yadihi, basically his hand, hollow, the hollow of his hand. Hand, yadun, remember yadun? B, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to say ghurfatun biyadi, ghurfatan biyadi, right? In the hollow of his hand. His part is here, he. Fasharibu, so they all drank. Minhu, from it. From it. Illa qalilan, except a little. Minhum, from them. Right? So whoever drinks from it, falaysa minni, is not from me. And whoever doesn't taste of it, then he is from me, except if he tastes only from the hollow of his hand, his hand. Fasharibu, so they all drank. Minhu, from it. Illa qalilan, except a little. Minhum, from them. So qalil means little. Khalil is friend. Khalil is friend. Qalil means small amount. Right? Right? So the whole point of this was to show you, look how many times it's coming, and this is not even a full verse. Right? So minhu, minni, yat'amhu, fa'innahu, minni, biyadihi, minhu, minhum, everywhere. Why is it not minha? Because it's talking about some minhu, because it's talking about something masculine. Right? Fasharibu minhu, because the minhu is they drank from the what do you call it? Maybe referring to the water. Right? So if it was referring to something feminine, it'd be minha. So again, a bit more, okay? We've got 45 minutes, a bit more. Fee, what does fee mean? Fee. Have we done fee yet? No, okay? So fee might come in today's vocabulary, or it might come later on. Right? Inshallah. So fee, learn it now if you can. Fee means in. In, right? In, like inside. 1218. Yeah? Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Fi, in the heavens and the earth. Right? So what's fihi mean? Fihi. Fihi, in it. In it. What is a big spot on the ra? I'll just go back 1 second. The big spot under the ra. Oh, that little dot there, I think that's just some formatting. It's not, I think it's just some computer formatting. I should delete that really. I don't think it means, it's maybe just some copy and paste thing that's been left in there. I guess that dot over there, it's not there in the Quran, as far as I know. Right? Fihi means in it. So fi, in, and he is it. See, it wouldn't be fihu, because fihu, it's not fihu because there's a ya sukoon before the ha, so it becomes he. Right? It's already written in the Quran. You only need to know that really if you want to construct sentences yourself. But it's written in the Quran. So fihi, as long as you know what he means, it's job done. Fihi. In it, it could be in him, depending on what is going on, who's being talked about. 128. Fiha. Fiha. What's fiha mean? Fi means in, and ha is it or her, depending on what's being talked about. In it. Okay. Good. 244. So again, look, 128 here. Fiha comes, according to the search, more. Fiha comes more. Okay. In it. Fihim. Fihim. In them. Right? So you need to know the meaning of the word in black, whatever it is. Kitabihim, Baytihim, Masjidihim, or Masjiduhum, right? As long as you know the meaning of that and you know what the attached hum or him does, then you can translate the word. So it's this structure, it's this template you need to learn. And go to your vocabulary, go to your nouns and put him on, and you can, you've got those new words now in your vocabulary. 16. Okay, so that was the end, I think, of that part of the practice. This is just some information that it's good to know, right? Prepositions are called harf jar. Harf jar, right? Means preposition. It's basically a name given to, okay, it says here, it's a name given to words, a certain group of words. And what do those words do? They tell you the position or the place of something in either space or time. If you don't understand that, don't worry. All it means is these words here are from the prepositions. These words are prepositions. In Arabic, they're called harf jar, right? It's just a group of words. Now, yeah, harf jar, right? Harf jar, right? Can you see here? Fi is one of those harf jar words, prepositions. Min, ala, ila, ma'a. Okay, now these are separate. These are separate words in themselves. Like fi bait, in a house. Min al masjid, from the masjid. Ala, ala al bayt, for example, on the house, right? Ila al masjid, to the masjid. Ma'al muslimin, with the Muslims. These are separate words, okay? Separate harf jar preposition words. These are attached. They attach to the front of a noun, so they prefix onto a noun. Li and bi and ka. There's sometimes a difference of opinion on exactly which the harf jar words are, but this is what is written in the book. So I was taking it from the book, right? So these are going to come at the start of a word. They're going to attach onto a word, and these are harf jar. Now, I'm telling you this for a reason. Okay. So this ka isn't from the table. This ka isn't from the table. This ka is a letter that sticks onto the front of a noun, right? I'm just going to move on to the next one so I can show you an example, okay? Later on. I'll show you what happens to these words, okay? But what I've done here is I put these words in some sort of visual format so you can see what's going on. Fi means in, it's inside the box. Ala means on, it's on the box. Fawqa means above, it's above the box. Tahta means under. Jannatin tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. Gardens under which rivers flow. Tahta, yeah? Tahta. Tahta means under. Baina means between. We've done baina. Somebody gave me this idea, said, make it visual so people can see it, right? And then what happened is, when I did this last year, the year before, somebody said that why, what's this box there for? And I said, this box is just there so you can see something is between the boxes and something is inside the boxes. So then I changed it, right? Just thought, okay, why have you got a box there for? That sort of thing. So I changed it. Guess what I changed it with? Have guessed what I changed it with? What I put there instead? What could it be? Any idea? You're right. The first three answers are right. Four answers are right. I put my favorite thing. Fantastic Hurricane. That's a Lamborghini Hurricane. What a car. What a car. Right? So I just put there, I'll put the feet inside the car. Can you see it's inside now, little feet, right? And this is between, baina, under, on, and above. Yes, you were right. It's Lamborghini. You guys guessed it. Made it a bit obvious, I think, when I was doing the tables, but yes. Lovely car, right? So you get that, yeah? Ala is on, and fawqa is above. Fawqa is above. So this is just showing you that the fi means inside. It just means in. Fi means in. Tahta means under. It's under the car. Ala means on. It's on the car. Fawqa is above. Above. And baina is between. It means between. It's between the cars. It's just some sort of way for you to maybe learn the meaning of these words. That's all it's for. Right? Last time I had people saying Bugatti and Tesla and everything. This time, no, nobody. Right? So you might like that. Ferrari all day. Sorry. Ferrari all day. No ways. Yeah, if I had a Ferrari, I won't mind. Right, okay, next one. Right, so I want to show you this one, okay? Those attached prepositions, don't worry too much about them, okay? Fawqa means above, above. Right, okay, so I just want to show you this. Now, this lam, attached preposition, okay? It means for. When it comes in front of a noun, it means for. Look at this. Al-muttaquna means the pious ones, right? Now, when I put a li in front of it, for, it looks like this. Lil muttaqina. Lil muttaqina. This lam, these, you know, those harf jar I showed you, those prepositions, they have the power to change the case of the noun. They change the case of the noun to majroor, right? You don't need to know that, you know, if you think, oh, I don't know, you don't have to, right? I just want to show you that when the lam comes on top of the, in front of the, attaches at the start of the noun, it just means for the pious. So this one is the pious. Lil muttaqina means for the pious. And the harf jar, the prepositions, they make the next word majroor. So they're majroorifying words. So these words here, if they come before a noun, or if these letters here attach at the start of a noun, they are all majroorifiers. They make the noun majroor, right? So it will be al-muttaquna becomes lil-muttaqina. That's why, because that lam there is majroorifying the noun, right? Does it change the meaning here? No. So don't worry too much about it, right? But just for those people who are Arabs, who have done some Arabic before, you know, they might be happy hearing that. I've seen somebody's happy hearing that. So ina is the mansub or the majroor plural ending, right? It's either mansub or majroor, ina. But I know it's majroor because I know it's got this li in front of it, and the li is a majroorifier. It'll make the next word majroor. Right. And if that li, again, that same li, if it comes attaching to the start of a pronoun, attached pronoun, it's the same. It means for, but it's going to have a fatha on it. It's going to have a fatha on it. It's not going to be lihim. It's going to be lahum. Yeah, it's going to be lahum. So what I'm just trying to teach you by all this is, if the lam is attached onto a pronoun, right? If the lam is attached onto a pronoun, then it has a fatha on, and it just means for. So lahum means for them, right? Just give me just 2 minutes, please. So if you didn't understand anything of what I said about the
recording in progress.
So if you didn't understand anything that I said about the mansub or the majroor thing, just remember this: when the lam with a fatha attaches on top. Sorry about that. Sorry about you might be getting some extra sound there. Yeah, if you didn't understand what's going on, preposition and making it majroor and all that, just remember this. When a lam with a fatha, when a lam with a fatha, a lam with a zabar, when it attaches onto an attached pronoun, it means for, right? It means for, that's all. It means for, so in this case, them, for them, right? It means for them. Whenever you see a lam with a fatha attaching onto a pronoun, that lam means for, right? It's not going to make this one majroor because this is not a noun. It's the attached pronouns keep their pattern. They don't change, right? So we're going to do some examples now, inshallah. So here we see lakum. Now, how many times in the Quran have we seen lakum? Lakum dinukum waliyadin. This la is attaching on top, in front of an attached pronoun, right? It's not a noun. This is not a noun. It's not kitabukum anymore. This one is just a la. So this la means for. La means for. So what does lakum mean? Lakum means not for them. Yeah, that's better. Not for them. That would be lahum. Lakum means for you all, right? So again, go to that table back on page 47. This time I'm not attaching like minkum or kitabukum or alaykum. Now I'm just attaching the la. The la means for. Lakum, for you all. Lakum dinukum waliyadin, right? Dinukum, what does dinukum mean? Your all's religion. Lakum dinukum, for you all, your all's religion. Yep, Surah Kafirun, right? So the la, when attaching onto an attached pronoun, the la means for. Are we happy with that? So for you, plural, for you all. Right? Yeah, if you do it again, as I said, if you didn't understand what I was talking about, the li coming and making the next word majroor, don't worry. Just remember this one. When a la attaches onto an attached pronoun, it means for. So this is for you all. Happy? Right? 356 coming everywhere. Laka. So what does laka mean? The la means for, and ka means, have a look at your table. Good, good, good. For you, masculine, not for him. For him would be something else. For him would be lahu. This one is laka. Laka means for you, masculine, right? Again, that table, that template you've got today, that table, oh, it comes everywhere. So just give it extra attention. Extra attention. If you're struggling, drop all the duals. If you're struggling even more, drop all the feminines, right? But the masculine singular and the masculine plurals and the first persons, you've got to know them. Yeah, that table contains all the combinations. When I sort of learn, I like to see all the combinations. That this is everything. There's no more than this. So this is everything. I've got to learn it. Once I've learned it, I've learned all of them, right? 71. Lana. Lana a'maluna wa lakum a'malukum. Right? For us. Right? The la means for, and the na is us. So for us. '83. Lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard. So somebody's asking, can laka mean for it? No, lahu will mean, oh, I'm just going to give it away if I tell you. Lahu, what does lahu mean? Yes, for it or for him. So it's the lam of, like, to him belongs. Lahu ma fi samawati. Yeah, for him, to him belongs, right? When you say that's for him, it's like that's his, basically, it belongs to him. Yeah, in Ayatul Kursi. Lahu ma fis samawati, to him belongs, for him, to him belongs, ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard, what is in the heavens and the earth. 308, lahu, for him. Right, next one. Laha, what is laha? For her, or for it, if you're talking about something feminine. For it, right? For her, for it. 46. And that was the end. We just got some verses to go over to see, these, how they come in the Quran. Right? Can we move on to the verses? So you just have to, what you have to do is just memorize this table again through different ways. Why have you got two tables which look the same on page 46? So the reason why I got two tables that look the same on page 46 is because one of them has got some extra information on. It's just got the dual circles, so you can see the difference. It's the same table, but yeah, it's got some circles on that one, and then on the next table it's got the color differently. So that's all. That's why they're the same. Right. So we move on to the verses now. Okay, we've got about 25 minutes left. Inshallah, we should have enough time to do some verses. Okay, so look at this one. I don't think we've done inna yet, but this is two words here. Inna means indeed, and look, ka. So what does innaka mean? Innaka means exactly indeed you, indeed you. The ka, and also what can you learn from that? Innaka is talking to someone masculine. It's talking to a masculine person. Innaka, it's not innaki. If it said innaki, that would have been talking to a woman or a female person. Yeah, but this one's talking to a male. Innaka, indeed you. Now, if you didn't know that table, you would not know what innaka means. What's the ka doing? The ka means, it's like that jazakallah khair, assalamu alayka, kitabuka, baytuka, your house, imamuka, your imam, qalamuka, your pen. Right? So innaka, indeed you. Yeah, so somebody's asking that, could I get rid of the translations? Yes, I could. Maybe, I think I used to do that before, but the reason why I put them back in is because you've got them in your book. Yeah, maybe it's a good idea, get rid of the translations. I think I did that last week. Did I do that last week? Maybe. Right, so okay, innaka, indeed you, la rasulullahi, you are the messenger of Allah. Indeed you are the messenger of Allah. Right, so good question. What's that lam doing with the fatha? Remember I said when the lam comes with the kasra, it means for. Well, the lam with the fatha is something else. When a lam with the fatha comes in front of a noun, it's basically emphasis. Right? It's emphasizing. Lam is emphasizing. Rasul. So indeed you are definitely the messenger of Allah, like that. Yeah, okay, so it's not la. So la with the lam with the alif, la, that means not. That means no, negative, right? This is not that one, this is a la. So if you can't say la, because that'll change the meaning completely. It has to be la Rasulullahi, right? So that la is a lam of emphasis. You'll see it sometimes, right? Here it's here as well. Innaka, do this one. Innaka, what does innaka mean? Indeed you. La Rasul. So that lam is a lam of emphasis again, right? La Rasuluhu. What does la rasuluhu mean? La rasul, indeed you, messenger, who, his, yeah, his, that's what we're doing today. Indeed you are his messenger, his messenger. This one was Rasulullah, la Rasulullah, you are the messenger of Allah. Over here is you are his messenger, who, okay, the who is his. No, the lam with a good question, the lam with the fatha, this lam of emphasis isn't a preposition. The preposition would have been with a kasra. This is a lam of emphasis, it doesn't change the case. It doesn't change the case. Yeah. Maybe just go over the recording, maybe just go over this. Obviously, we haven't learned you haven't learned the table yet. The table is the main thing to learn. Once you learn the table, then you will see. Don't worry about these lam of emphasis. I should maybe take them off and put something else there because it's going to add to maybe it's going to confuse people. Just forget about that lam of, don't worry about that lam of emphasis. I should maybe take these out and put something else because that's no, it's good to know. Okay, it's good to know. Yeah, some people it's good to know. Other people might be thinking, well, yeah, right. So don't worry about that lam. If you don't understand what that lam is doing, don't worry. It's a lam of emphasis. It's something, right? Let's do the next one. Lahu. What's lahu? This is a lam with a fatha attaching in front of a attached pronoun for him, right? To him here, okay? To him, right? If you understand it to be for him, you'll still be able to understand the sentence. You know, these harf jar, these prepositions, they have lots of different meanings, right? So if you have in your mind lahu means for him, you will be able to understand the sentence. Yeah, here it means to him, right? To him, right? But if you had it in your mind for him, you're still going to be able to understand the sentence, inshallah, right? So to him, ma means what? Whatever. Means whatever. Fi, in. As-samawati, we did this. As-samawati means heavens. Look, samawati. What's going on there? It's majroor. Why is it majroor? Harf jar. Fi is a majroorifier. Fi comes in front of a noun, it makes it majroor. You don't need to know, it doesn't change the meaning though if it wasn't, right? Literal meaning is the same. There are certain sentences that you're going to need to know the case changing or what effect it's having. This one doesn't affect the meaning, literal meaning. Okay, lahu, to him, ma fis samawati, to him belongs what is in the heavens, wa ma, and what, fi, in, al-ardi, again, majroor because of the fi, in the earth, right? Lahu, to him belongs ma fis samawati, what is in the heavens, wa ma fil ard, and what is in the earth. Ma has different meanings as well. Sometimes it means what, sometimes it means not. Right? Look at this one. Huwa. Right, so this one we should know completely. Huwa. What does huwa mean? Separate pronoun. Huwa. He is. Oh, okay, in the context of the sentence, he was, okay? He was. Fi. In. Baytiha. What's Baytiha mean? Bayt is house. But what about the house? It's ha. What's ha doing? Yes. Her house. Remember the ha is hers. So baytiha, and it's majroor. Bayti, it's not baytuha, it's baytiha because of the fi. Fi made it majroor. Fi baytiha, her house. So he was in her house. I'm presuming here the context of the sentence is telling you that it's past. He was and not he is. So iyaka. So iya is like, means like alone. Alone. Iyaka. What's iyaka mean? Or let's just say iyaka together means you alone, right? It's talking, it's the masculine terminology, okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to use for himself. Iyaka, you alone. Na'budu. We've not done na'budu, yeah? But abada, ibada is coming. Can you see it? Abada. Can you see that in there? Ain, ba, and dal. Abada, ibada. Yeah, it's in there, right? So na'budu means we worship. That na, we've not done that yet. But again, you've seen the na has a general meaning of we, our, in Arabic, right? We've not done this one yet, na'budu. Oh, you alone, na'budu, we worship. Wow, and iyaka, you alone, nasta'een, nasta'een. We ask for help, isti'ana, right? You alone we worship, you alone we ask for help. The things here to notice is this one, ka, you alone, yeah? And wa iyyaka, you alone, you, the ka, right, in the table. Like, kitabuka, your book, yeah? Iyyaka, you alone. We're referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here. We're talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the masculine to refer to himself. So we use the masculine terminology to refer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose himself. Isti'ana means to seek help. Right? Okay, look at this one. Adhabi. Now look what's going on there. The ya is here. These are in Quran, these, right? What's adhabi mean? Yeah. My punishment. Adhabun. Now it's become adhabi. Adhabi means my punishment. Right? The ya, kitabi, my book. Baiti, my house. Masjidi, my masjid. Adhabi, my punishment. Huwa. Huwa, it is. Al-adhabul alim. Al-adhabu, literally, al-adhabu, the painful. Al-alimu, right, the painful. So, my punishment, it is a painful punishment. That's how it's been translated, so I'm just going to translate it the way it's been translated there. So, my punishment, it is a painful punishment. Are you, so, Muhammad, are you Arab or non-Arab? Say non. Oh, yes. So Brother Muhammad is saying that he translated the bottom one by himself. Right? So just practice and learn. Obviously, you have to learn words from the vocabulary. Once you learn these endings, this formula, these patterns, the e and the ka and the ha and the hu. Oh, good one. So you got another person there. Yeah? Okay. Good. So again, yeah, you're going to be able to translate. So you're going to be able to translate words that you've never seen before, because you know what adhab means and you know what the ya does. So when you see adhabi, you've never seen that word before, right, in this course, but you know what it means because you know what adhab means and you know what the ya means. So adhabuka means, what does adhabuka mean? Oh, that's good. Right, yeah, adhabuka means your punishment. So this is a critical. I think this is a critical lesson, this one, because it connects so many different things. Innaka, yeah, lahu ma fi sama, huwa fi baytiha, yeah, huwa and fi and baytiha. We should be able to translate this one as well, We say a painful punishment here, not the painful punishment, because that's how it's been translated here. Yeah. Now, in some translations, it might say sometimes you get different translations saying different things very slightly, meaning sometimes it's a matter of some translators go for accuracy, that it's got to be really accurate, right? But it might not flow in English. And other translators say, you know what? If we translate it like this, it's not going to make sense in English. So you just have to adjust and modify and render, right? So sometimes that happens, right? Right. But so I'm just going with whatever the professional translation says. I'm going with that because sometimes words have different meanings in different contexts, etc. Right. So there may be, if you look at 1550, it may say, you know, it may say slightly different to what is written there. I don't have my phone on me yet, but yeah. So yeah, so sometimes some translations, what they do is they go through, they try to translate really accurately, but you tend to lose the rhythm or the flow of the English. It doesn't, like, you know, become hard to read in English. And others say, well, what we will do, we're going to make it a bit easier to read in English, so we're going to render it into English. So that's why you get some different translations slightly, right? Oh, I didn't put the vote in the Telegram, but I'll put a vote in the Telegram, see who likes this font and who prefers the other font, right? Right. I've got that there for anybody who wants to, you know, see it there. Right. It's what you're used to, it's what you brought up with, you know, that's, you're going to find that one easier. Right, okay. Okay, here we go. Inna, what does inna mean? Inna, indeed, and ni, look, the ni. So the translate, I'm just going to keep to the translation. I'm not going to say indeed, I'm just going to say truly here. Okay, so truly, I, yeah, truly I, or truly I am, right? Truly I, min, that's min. But remember, you can't put a sukoon there and a sukoon there. That doesn't work. In Arabic, you can't have two sukoons, two jazms together. You have to do something. So over here, the noon gets a fatha. It's still the min. It's still min though, okay? From. So indeed, so truly I am from al-muslimina. 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 From the Muslims, right? And all you need to know here is una or ina is plural, remember? Muslimuna or muslimina is plural. But the reason why this one has become majroor is because min is a harf jar, it's a majroorifier. It's one of those majroorifying words. If min comes in front of muslimuna, it becomes muslimina, right? That's all. As long as you know una and ina is Muslims, that's job done. Don't worry about it. It's not one of those sentences that where the meaning changes. This is, you know, if you said Muslimuna, you're reading it wrong. It should be Muslimina. If you say Muslimuna, the grammar is incorrect. You're reading it incorrectly. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's Muslimina because the min came in front of it. Min is a majroorifier word. Why is it not minul? I don't know. That's maybe in you know, that's maybe the rule for there. You put a fatha. I don't know what the sort of why it's a fatha, but just think, if you said minul muslimin, it's hard to say. Minal muslimin is the easier one to say. Minil muslimin, that's harder to say as well. Like minal is like the easiest one to say. So if you said minal muslimuna, you're just saying it wrong. You're like saying, I went to the house, right? It's like what you're doing, you're saying it wrong. It's I went to the house, not I went to the house, right? So that's just my way of explaining that. If you read minal muslimuna, you've broken the rules of grammar. You're reading it wrong. It's minal muslimina, right? The good thing is, it's all written for us in the Quran. We just need to know muslimina means Muslims, right? So sometimes, yeah, okay, leave that, right? Inni, I am, right? So it says I am here. So I'm just going to leave it to I am. But maybe some translations are going to have verily, I am, right? But I'm just going to leave it to whatever is in the professional translation. I didn't translate these verses myself. I took it from the translation. All right, so inni, I'm just going to leave it as I am. Abdullahi. What's Abdullah? Somebody's name. What does it mean? Slave of Allah. Abdullahi. And you'll notice here Allah is majroor. Why is it majroor? Something going on, that's why. I'm not going to mention it, because that's enough, I think, for today. Right? If I mention it, then the people who are doing this, they're going to go even more. So I'll leave it there, right? Look at this one. Hunna. Remember hunna? We done hunna last week. Hunna mean? Hunna, last week's table. they all, plural. Yeah. Right, okay, so they all, plural who? Women. So they all, and it's meaning now your wives, okay? They all, libasun. What's libasun? Garment. Lakum. What's lakum? We've done lakum today. La means for, literally, just like outside of the Quran, literally. Lakum means for you. It's here actually in the translation. So they all, i.e. those, they, the women, libasun lakum, are a garment for you all. For you all, masculine, yeah? Yeah. For you all. Wa antum, we've done wa antum last week. What does wa antum mean? And you all, okay? You're not going to get you all in the translation. It's just going to say and you are. But it's really and you all are, meaning wa antum means you all. Libasun are a garment. Lahunna. La means for. Hunna, this week's table. For them, exclusively women. Right? So the women are a garment for you all. And you all are a garment for them all. Yeah? If you know what libas means, then you've learnt all the other words. Obviously, I don't expect you to know it right now because we've just done the table today, but if you learn that table well, and you know what libas means, you can translate this, hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lahunna. Next one. Oh, look at this one. Lakum. Translate lakum. We've done it today. Obviously, you need to, what I would advise is go over the recording again to get it in your head more. Second time you hear it, you pick up more things. Lakum, for you all. Not just talking of singular, for you all. Yeah. Over here, let's just go with a professional translation. To you, okay? To you all. Dinukum. See, if you understand la to mean for all the time, you're still going to know in your mind what it's meaning. Yeah. You know, if you said to yourself, for you all, your religion, you know what it means. For you, to you all, your religion. And even in some translations, it may say, for you, your religion. It does actually. It says, for you, your religion. So in some translation, it will say, for you, as far as I remember, okay? But we'll just stick to what is on here. To you, your religion. Dinukum. Look, deen means religion. Kum means you all. So your all's religion. Dinukum, your all's religion. Your religion. So to you, your religion. Waliya. Yeah. Over here, see the ya has got fatha on it now, yeah? Waliya means and for me. And over here, and to me, okay? It's translated to, but I know in the translation it says for me. So, that's all I remember. Waliya, and for me, dini. Dini means, what's happening here? This kasra, I can see it's kasra here. It's like there's a ya here. The ya has been removed. Dini has become dini, right? So for you all, your religion, and for me, my religion. So look how many times the attached pronouns are coming here. 1, 2, 3 in 4 words. In 4 words, in fact, it's even sort of there, but it's been taken out, right? Dini becomes dini. That kasra tells you there's a ya there, right? So in all the letters it's featuring. No, so this is a kasra here because there's like a ya here really. Dini, but the ya has been taken off. That kasra will tell you that. Don't worry about it. If that's over your head, don't worry about it. Inna ma'akum. Inna. Yeah, it's the noon at the end, yeah? Noon. Inna, indeed, we, surely we. Ma'akum. What does ma'a mean? Have we done ma'a? Did we do ma'a yet? Ma'a? Okay, we've done ma'a. So ma'akum means with you all. Inna, indeed we, surely we are with you all. Ma'akum. And the last one maybe. Allahu. Allahu. It's marfu because there's no case changing word coming before it. Allahu. As far as I know. Allah. Rabbuna. Rabbuna. What's Rabbuna? The na is ending we've just done today. Our Lord, right? Our Lord. Wa Rabbukum. Look at this verse, it's coming on nearly all the words here. And your Lord. So Allah is Rabbuna, our Lord. Wa Rabbukum, and your all's Lord. Lana. Lana means, remember the la, when it comes attached to a pronoun, it means for, yeah? So for us, lana, for us. A'maluna. A'mal is deeds, right? A'mal is deeds, amal. So what's a'maluna mean? Deeds? Our deeds. So for us, our deeds, wa lakum. Wow means and, lakum means more information for you. What? For you all, yeah? For you all. A'malukum. Deeds, your deeds, yeah? Plural. So you're not going to see that plural here in the English, but you're seeing it in the Arabic. Kum is plural. A'maluka means your deeds, singular. A'maluki, your deeds for a sister. A'malukum, your all's deeds. Right? So you, with this lesson, inshallah, I'm hoping you can see that, whoa, you're beginning to start being able to translate simple, verses by yourself. As people have been saying, I translated that one myself, and this is it. Work hard, and inshallah you will be able to translate simple verses, parts of verses. That's the other font, and I don't know what's next. Oof, we've got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Okay, done. Just going to go through these and then done, right? Inshallah. So ilahun, alihatun. Ilahun means God, object of worship. Alihatun is plural. So we say la ilaha illallah. La with the alif. That means no. Ilaha, no God, no deity. Illallah, except Allah. Right? So ilah comes 94. Ba'da, and we say in Urdu, ba'd me, right? Ba'd. Same thing. After. Ba'da means afterwards. After. 204. Ajma'een means all together. Yeah. Jama'a. Can you see Jim, Mim, Ain? Jama'a. Jumu'ah. What happens in Jumu'ah? Everybody gets together. In Urdu, we say Jama, which means the same thing, bring together, Jama in the bank account, bring it all together in the bank account. Jama'a, exactly. Jazakallah khair. Jama'a is when people gather together, all together to perform salah. Right? So, ajma'een means all together. 23. Hikmatun, hikmah, wisdom. When we say use your hikmah, wisdom. Khaliqun, this is a noun now. You can tell a word is a noun because it ends in tanween. It ends in a double. That's the way you can tell a word is a noun. If it's not ending in, it could still be a noun, but any word that ends in a double is a noun, right? And in Arabic, even an adjective is an ism, it's a noun. Right. Khaliqun, creator, 12 times. Khawfun, khawf means, it's an Urdu word as well, it means fear, khawf. Hasanatun, good deed. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً. Okay, good deed. سَيِّئَةٌ, evil deed, opposite. Sha'a, to wish, to will. Ma sha Allah, what Allah willed. Insha'Allah, if Allah wills. So sha'a, yasha'u means to will. Fi, we've done fi today. Fi means in. Look, 1697. Ma can mean what. It can mean whatever. It can also mean not. Look how many times that's coming. And then mata means when. So this is the vocabulary for this week. And the homework is, why should we learn the attached pronouns table? The answer is because I said it's the most important table in the course, right? So that's the answer for that one. Translate these. Oh, this is important. You translate all these, yeah? Remember the next one, write a word. Is that question 4? Okay, should be question 3, but anyway. Write the word Rabbun with all the attached pronouns in the attached pronoun table. So it's going to be Rabbuhu, Rabbuhuma, Rabbuhum, Rabbuha, Rabbuhuma, Rabbuhunna, Rabbuka, Rabbukuma, Rabbukum, right? So I'm giving you the answers, right? Learn the attached pronoun table, learn all the words in the vocabulary list, and cheer up, man. Right? Cheer up, woman. Right, okay, yeah. And I think that's about it. Let me just see. Yes, so that's about it. So hope that made sense. I hope a lot of things tied up together and you know, like a few jigsaw pieces joined together. I hope this lesson. It's just about the templates. Learn the templates, learn those tables, learn those templates, and then you can, if you know the meaning of a word and it's ending in the template that you know the meaning of, you'll be able to translate that word even though you've never seen it before. Right? So yeah, today was tough. Yes, today was tough. What I would say is go over your notes, go over the recording. I'll put some questions in the Telegram channel, right? And inshallah, and we have a test obviously to test you what you know. And yep, not too difficult. Good. It's still okay. Good. Yeah. These are the main things. The second half of the course, but from lesson 7, it gets a bit difficult, right? But these are the main things. I'll tell you what the main things are. This table today, super main. I need to do it. Yeah. Okay. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.